The 3 DPS rules every Marvel Rivals player needs to know. It's going to be 3 easy, simple rules that I will ensure they will make you a better DPS player at the game of Marvel Rivals. Let's get right into it. I'm making this video for all of the Instalog DPS players who go negative and give the team no value. If this sounds like you or a friend, send this to them. And hey, turn up the volume and listen good. I'm tired of this. Actually, run the video back when you're done, just so you can get it through your thick, no kills having DPS. I'ma peel your muffin cap back, blue idiots. Okay, I'm done. Let's get into the video. Rule number 1. All right, when playing DPS, always look for picks to kill the healers. Your sole purpose on the game, the battlefield, is to be going and killing, doing damage. But if you're killing the wrong players, it won't matter if you have 25 kills and 4 deaths. We lost the game. Stats are not everything. You need to be thinking of plays and opportunities where you can decisively and safely go try to kill a healer and come back to the team fight, based on your hero's abilities. The reason behind this is if the DPS just constantly go for the other tank or the other DPS, you can get those kills, but the living 2 healers on the field are going to pocket heal a good Strange or Groot or Magneto, and they can easily push the tank up while killing off squishy characters easily because they're tanks, they're 800 health. But now let's flip the scenario around. Let's just say you killed the healers first, which is your job as a duelist. Now Groot has no healing, or Magneto has no healing, and our team fight is 6v4 with no healers. They don't have healers. You will win the fight 100% of the time. Unless you guys suck, you should win that fight 100% of the time if you kill off both healers. Unless they, pop an ult or anything of that nature, you should win. No questions asked. So, why are we still going to be going for picks on DPSs or tanks? It makes no sense. Stop. But rule number 2, that leads us into rule number 2, is knowing your escape route and hero's abilities. To be a good DPS or duelist, you will need to put out a lot of damage, get a lot of kills, and right kills, the correct kills, killing the right person, and not die as much. This is how you add value to your team as a DPS character or duelist. Knowing your escape route and hero's abilities and weaknesses will ensure you stay alive during the game, which is insane value for your team. If you find yourself dying a lot in games, you could be the problem why we are losing games. It takes a very long time for you to respawn and run all the way back to the objective. While you are dead, your team is fighting a 6v5 with less damage output because you are not being decisive with your decisions and how you are using your hero's abilities to make plays and picks. Each character is different, but I can't tell you how to play the game. That's what you are there for. If you have good escape routes, knowing where the health packs are, knowing where your healers are, and knowing how to exactly get there while using your hero's abilities to your advantage, you'll be a very hard DPS to kill while putting out an insane amount of damage, which is value for your team. Like I said, kill the healers first, but there is such a thing called crowd control. Well, I call it crowd control. Rule number 3, crowd control. What I mean by this is, let's just say we are in a team fight and you see the healers are in the back line, but you can't get there because there is Hulk and Groot in between you and the front line. The smart thing to do is to back up, stay with your team, your healers, and do crowd control damage on the tanks. Now, this contradicts what I said about going for the healers, number 1 rule, but it kept you alive. If you push into those healers where Hulk and Groot are, you are going to die instantly. But because I backed up to my healers, did a little bit of crowd control on the Groot died, and then I could push up, and then I took out one of the healers because I saw an opening from them losing one tank. They were healing the other tank. I took advantage. I pushed. I got the kill, and I got the pick. Then it turned into a 6v4. They didn't have healers. We wiped the team. They are now staggered. This is what you need to do as a duelist. You need to focus on taking out the healers. If you just try to focus on just taking out the healers, you are going to be the one getting picked. You need to be able to decisively use all three of these rules of your escape routes, your crowd control damage, and then when you see your opportunity to kill the healer, that's your number one thing to do. Go and take that opportunity. Make sure it's safe, make sure you know your escape routes and hero abilities, and if you can't do it and you're waiting for your opportunity, crowd control damage during the time. When playing DPS, it is not about the number of kills you get or the amount of damage you get. You can only have 18 kills in the game. But guess what? You killed their healers 18 times. And they didn't have heals the entire game. And that's why you guys won. Your other DPS could have had 46 kills. But they were focusing on farming. You did the right thing and focused on the value you bring to your team. Easily putting out an insane amount of damage. So you should do that on the healers so they cannot heal their team, and then you could follow suit with crowd control, and then so on and so forth. This is a very simple and basic rule set to follow to ensure you are giving your team value as a DPS hero in Marvel Rivals. In all seriousness, I hope this video has truly helped you learn and understand how to play the duelist or DPS hero category in Marvel Rivals just that much better. I hope this video brought you a good laugh as well and you learned something. Those three simple rules I know will get you better at playing DPS in Marvel Rivals. Rule number 1, look for opportunities to kill the healers first. Rule number 2, know your escape route and heroes' abilities. If you know your escape route to a health pack or your healers, you should never die or shouldn't die as much, and you can provide more value to the team with more damage output. And rule number 3, crowd control. Deal damage on the crowd while waiting for your Rule 1 golden opportunity to arise. You cannot force kills on healers, so you must have crowd control damage until you can see your golden opportunity to strike. That is your time to go in and get your pick on the healers. Give me your guys' thoughts on this DPS guide if you want one on the tanks and the healers. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it anyways because most people don't know how to play this game and it irritates me. But what is your favorite DPS hero to play currently? Let us know in the comment section down below. Also, what is the worst DPS hero you constantly see in your comp or ranked matches? I want to, get a good laugh in. That's going to wrap everything up. As always, get 1% better every single day. I'm the abundant one. Paddle Thumbz out.
Hey, you subscribed. Does it feel good?